I think it's so funny. I coined this in my last keynote I gave. I was in Midland, Texas, and I said, let's talk about peak shale. And I said, it's a sexy term. Everyone wants to talk about peak, the word peak. And so I reminded them where we started talking about peak, and it was actually demand, right? And the first time I had actually ever discussed it in a big setting was actually peak demand, and it was in Saudi Arabia in 2017. And I was speaking with the International Energy Forum, and it was OPEC and IEF and a bunch of different groups, and they brought people together, and they were talking about peak demand. And I literally looked at all of them and I said, EOG does not have in their slides like a peak demand slide, if that's what you're concerned about. And that's when it started talking about. And so the problem that I have with peak is literally, think about it. We all think about, in your head, you think about peak, you think of mountain peak, like top and coming down. So when people think peak, they don't think plateau. So we should be calling it like plateau shale or butte shale or flat top or something, but that's not sexy. That's not appealing. And like, that's what we should be discussing. And we're not even there yet. We're at 13.6 million barrels per day. And it's kind of amazing because if you talk to industry leaders and even CEOs in the space, they're having trouble wrapping their arms around with how we got to 13.6 million barrels a day when everyone is slowing down.